Yes, you guys can jump on. We'll try to explain to you all what's going on here. Just want to make sure you guys, this is actually perfect because it fits in line with the message I'm going to bring Sunday. It fits in perfect line with it. All right, we're going to jump into this. You guys know that I'm the guy that advocates for parents in the district. If you need any information or if you need to know what's happening or if you need somebody to advocate on your behalf, I'm the guy that does it. Everybody knows that. That's nothing new. That's no secret. Everybody knows if you need to get something done, you call Corey. If there's something that needs to be taken care of with your children in the school system, you reach out to Corey, he'll get it done. That's just a known fact. Parent reached out to me recently because she felt that she was being railroaded by the child study team at her child's school. And in listening to her story and looking into the situation, researching some of the things that took place in her particular case, and listening to the phone call yesterday, I found her allegations to be true, that she was being railroaded. Everything seemed to be going well on the call until I started to challenge the process. Because see, this is the problem I have. If they think that a parent is not educated, or if they think that a parent doesn't understand the process, they think they can just railroad them and run them over. I was on the phone call yesterday as a parent with a child in the district who has an IEP. So I was on the call and I began to question them because they started saying things to me that I know wasn't true. So today I got a letter with a policy, and let me just tell you something about policies are not laws. Policies can be changed at any time. Policies can be used to try to attack people. The board could change policies. I was unaware of that there is such a policy. How in the world could there be such a policy that doesn't allow board members to advocate for parents? What in the world are we here for then? If we can't advocate on behalf of the parents in our district, then what in the world are we here for anyway? If not to advocate for parents and for children, then what are we here for? I got the letter from the district lawyer. I understand he has to do his job. The union rep probably reached out to him from the PEA, I'm sure. But I'm not going to stop advocating for the parents and the children. I don't care what they do. They can do whatever they want. They can't touch me. That's for sure. They can't touch me. So I'm going to advocate for the children, and I'm going to advocate for the parents. They can do whatever they want. Tell you one thing, a couple of years from now, I'm going to be finished with, pre-law. I'm going to get into law school. Eventually, I'm going to get my law degree, and I'm going to become an attorney. They think they got problems now. They ain't seen nothing yet. If I was them, I would chill out. I would just chill out, because I'm telling you, I'm far from over, and I'm going to double down my efforts to advocate for parents. There's more than one way to skin a cat, and I'm going to continue to make sure that parents know their rights when it comes to IEPs. I'm going to make sure that parents know what the child study team can and cannot do, because as you guys saw, I posted yesterday about the fact that they can't railroad you, they can't coerce you into signing an IEP unless you understand everything that's in that IEP, unless you agree to the terms that's in the IEP, and unless they explain every facet of that IEP to you, you are not obligated to sign that IEP unless you have full understanding of what's being presented in front of you, because an IEP, just like a 504 plan, is a legally binding document. So once you sign it and once they sign it, they are now legally bound to carry out and fulfill every part of that IEP. And I guess some of the union members didn't like that, so they decided to have their lawyer reach out to the district's lawyer to send me that letter. Hey, they can do whatever they want. I'm going to keep advocating for parents, and I'm going to keep advocating for students no matter what. You know, I'm nobody's puppet. I'm not on anybody's payroll. I'm Corey Teague, and I'm the advocate / board member / parent of a student with special needs who has an IEP. And I'm going to continue to do that. So I hope they're on here, and I hope they read it, and I hope they send the message to whoever they want. You know, because I'm not going to stop advocating for parents. And I'm sure the parents agree with me. What's up, man? I'm sure the parents agree with me. I'm sure that they understand where I'm coming from with that. You know, so that's what happened. You know, I got on the phone with her, and I'm going to meet with, you know, her and her husband this week. I'm going to make sure they have all the information they need to fight their case, to make sure that they get every service that they need for their child. You know, my professor is an attorney, so I'm going to take that letter to her and you know, and go from there. As far as, I'm never going to stop advocating for children. Let me put that out. Let me make that crystal clear. Okay? You couldn't put a gun to my head and stop me from advocating for children. Okay? Dr. King said it best. You haven't lived, and I'm paraphrasing, you haven't lived until you find something worth dying for. And for me, it's advocating for children and parents. I'm going to keep doing that. So I don't know what they were trying to prove by doing that, but I want to make sure they're fully aware that I'm not going to stop advocating for parents. I'm going to continue to educate them. I'm going to continue to make sure that they understand their rights as parents. You know, they can call whoever they want to call. They can send whoever they want to send. They can file whatever they want to file. I couldn't care less. My job is to educate parents, to advocate on behalf of parents, and I'm going to continue to do that. Because at the end of the day, there's only one person that I have to answer to, and that's God. At the end of the day, he's going to ask me, why did you stop, or why did you quit, or why did you allow them to move you away from your purpose? It's not going to happen. I'm here to advocate. That's what I am. That's what I do. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. I want to make that crystal clear. You know, and like I said, policies are not laws. They're just policies, and they can be changed. They can be altered. All you need is a majority vote, and you can change it. And I personally don't understand why there's something like that in the books where they don't allow us to advocate. Because you know what? Parents call me all the time, and I connect them with the superintendent. I connect them with central office. So this is almost a daily thing when parents reach out to me. And we're going to continue that process. I'm not going to change that. If you have an issue and you need me to intervene and you need me to make some phone calls and you need me to fight for you, I'm going to continue to do that. Almost 10 years ago, I told you all that I was going to fight for you and fight for the community. And that's what I mean. I said that back in 2011, and here it is 2021, and I have not stopped doing that. Period. So let whoever do whatever, say whatever, it does not faze me. I'm going to continue to advocate for parents, and that's that. They can share this, they can send it around, they can do whatever they want to do. Because no matter what they do, what's the most they can do? They can't arrest you for advocating for parents. They can't do, what can they possibly do? And it's going to look real stupid for teachers to try to go against a board member for advocating on behalf of parents and children. Doesn't that sound kind of awkward and strange? Doesn't that sound kind of weird? If we're all here for the same purpose, and that's to educate our children, then why in the world would you try to attack a board member who's advocating on behalf of the parent and the child? Why would you do that? Why are you even a teacher if you don't want to advocate for children and families? That's what I'm saying. Why would you even waste your time going to college and going through all of the rigor to get a degree to be a teacher just so you don't have to advocate for children? That doesn't even make any sense. You should be the number one person who stands shoulder to shoulder with whoever wants to advocate for children. Then to tell me that we're all in this together, we're all working together. Obviously not. Obviously not. But like I said before, I'm going to advocate for children. Nobody, and I mean nobody's going to stop me from doing that. Quite frankly, nobody's big enough to stop me from doing it. If they could, they would have a long time ago. They know where I live. I don't drive. I walk through the streets. None of them are big enough to stop me. They ain't never going to stop me from advocating for children. I mean, I welcome them to try, but it will never happen. That's the end of the story. It will never happen. Continue to reach out to me, continue to call me, and I'll continue to advocate on your behalf. That's what I'm going to do. All right? You can share this. They can share it, whatever the case may be. But Corey Teague is going to continue to be that advocate, and I'm never going to stop doing that. Just like I advocate for my son and my daughter, when you call me to advocate for your children, I'm going to do that. Period. And I'm going to make sure you know the laws as it pertains to IEPs and 504 plans and how you, navigate through this system, because a lot of times that's what it is, because there's so many ins and outs when it comes to, special needs and what exactly you qualify for, from the insurance to just making sure that the child has everything that they are supposed to have in the classroom. It can be very confusing at times if you're not fully aware of the ins and outs of what's going on. Now, there's a lot of parents who do know those rights, and they do have lawyers, and they are ready to go after the district for not providing their child with those services. And I've been able to talk a lot of those parents into holding off for a little while to help the district get to where they need to be so they can provide those services and compensatory services. And I continue to do that because I want to make sure that the children get the services that they need and that the district is able to be in a position to provide those services. But I'm not going to sit back. If I clearly see a child that gets an IEP being mishandled, or their parents being mishandled or talked down to in a condescending way, I'm not going to let that deter me from fighting for parents and for children. I'm just not. So let that be the message, man. I'm not going to walk away from this. I'm going to continue to advocate. So they can do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want, but they are certainly not going to stop me. That was a failed attempt, because I'm going to continue to do that. I can't wait to see them face to face, because I'm going to tell them to their face. Nobody's going to stop me from advocating. All right? You guys have a good evening. See you guys on Sunday.